This is a name we've all grown up hearing, and not always for the best reasons. From reports about his substance abuse and accusations of domestic violence, Charlie Sheen was always in the news for all the wrong reasons. But then the actor also surprised many by having a good societal impact when he came out as HIV positive. In this video, we take a look at how he changed the narrative surrounding HIV, starting with the Charlie Sheen Effect. Sheen was given an HIV diagnosis in 2011, but the actor remained silent and kept his condition a secret until 2015. He had to break his silence, though, when he made his HIV status public in 2015. The actor claims that this statement was made in retaliation to many extortion attempts and defamation operations. The actor first only told a few people who were close to him about his diagnosis. He'd intended them to keep it a secret, but a breach allowed the information to leak into internet forums and gossip publications. Sheen disclosed that he'd spent over $10 million only to conceal the condition for a while. That's because of how taboo the topic was. But the public's perspective of HIV was significantly changed by Sheen's public statement shortly after. His admission sparked the biggest spike in HIV-related Google searches in the US, which is now referred to as the Charlie Sheen Effect. The data gathered shows that there were 2.75 million more searches, which helped to raise public awareness. 1.25 million of those searches were specifically about public health issues, including condom use, HIV symptoms, etc. A 95% spike in HIV home testing kits happened in the same period as Sheen's interview. According to research, Sheen's interview raised more awareness of HIV than UN-sponsored events. Can you believe that? Now let's talk more about that infamous interview. He recalled it as a turning point in his life, a diagnosis that was hard for him to absorb. Charlie Sheen also disclosed that he informed his ex-wives Brooke Mueller and Denise Richards of his HIV diagnosis. Even his oldest daughter was told about the disease. But then what came as a major shock, the actor acknowledged having sex with roughly 25 people without telling them about his disease. He claims that he hid it from them because he was being blackmailed all the other times he'd come clean to partners. This was another reason why he just had to break the news himself. The extortion to keep quiet was getting worse day by day. This bombshell declaration was made by him during a talk with Piers Morgan at a London town hall event, but he maintained never having unprotected sex with those 25 partners. But as we know, that's been contested by at least one of his former partners. Coming up, more on the HIV lawsuit by his former girlfriend. A 2017 lawsuit brought by an ex-girlfriend who claimed actor Charlie Sheen intentionally exposed her to HIV during condom-free sex was settled recently. According to reports obtained from the court records, the actor agreed to pay the woman a total of $120,000 in monthly installments of $10,000 as part of the settlement. The woman, who goes by the name Jane Doe but is referred to in the legal documents as a Russian emigre, claimed she met the actor in September 2015 and they started dating. They apparently used condoms at the start of the relationship but stopped using them after 2 months. She allegedly asked him whether he had any STDs before the condomless sex, and he allegedly said that he was fine. Sheen revealed that he was HIV positive and has known this since 2011 after engaging in sexual activity, after which she reportedly visited an emergency department for preventative care. The weird part is, when she confronted Sheen about the issue, he allegedly said that taking antiretrovirals or HIV medications wasn't required and that the life-saving medications were just convenient rumors of the medical industry. Sheen became one of the most well-known people in the world to be openly living with HIV as a result of his declaration, which brought HIV into the public discourse. But isn't there some responsibility attached to that? His story wasn't one without controversy. He allegedly failed to disclose this to several women, putting them in danger, while he peddled pseudoscientific theories and unproven medical procedures. Up next, we look at the laws surrounding HIV. Regardless of viral load, treatment, or even virus transmission, the law mandates that Sheen and all those with HIV must reveal their health status to partners or face jail time. It's a holdover from the days when doctors refused to treat gay men who tested positive for HIV. State by state, the so-called HIV criminalization laws differ, but generally speaking, they make it illegal to have sex with someone if you don't reveal your HIV status in advance. A 2013 ProPublica investigation found that at least 35 states have laws that make it illegal to transmit HIV or hide your HIV status. That crime is a felony in 29 states. While sharing your diagnosis may seem like obvious sense to some, there are plenty of other reasons why some people don't. First of all, the majority of laws don't demand that an individual transmit HIV in order to be penalized. People with HIV may still be charged with crimes and found guilty even if no HIV transmission takes place. There have been instances where HIV-negative partners go to the ER for PEP, but choose not to press charges, but their partner is nonetheless charged with a crime because of HIV. Second, the law is used inconsistently. People with HIV frequently discover that their status is used against them in violent situations, much as Sheen recounted the shakedown from women he had slept with after disclosing his status. This isn't uncommon. Women with HIV in particular have a history of violence that leads to their unfortunate diagnosis. For better or worse, the truth is that when it comes to HIV disclosure and criminalization legislation, it's typically one person's word against another because of the stigma associated with the disease, which frequently makes people doubt those who have HIV. Now, more on how the Charlie Sheen effect was noticed by researchers. Researchers from San Diego State University tracked the sales of OraQuick, a quick at-home HIV test kit available both online and in retail stores, from April 2014 to April 2016 for the study. In addition, the group looked at Google Trends for searches including HIV and tests or testing. Because at-home testing kits are a handy way for people to get tested, the authors focused on at-home kit sales rather than things like insurance claims for HIV tests. That's because there are more obstacles when visiting a clinic or a doctor's office. You need to schedule an appointment, and you must show up for that appointment, yada yada, and there are privacy concerns. The researchers then compared a few important data points, including sales during the 5 weeks following Sheen's initial public offering in November 2015 and sales surrounding World AIDS Day on December 1st, 2014, with predicted sales. Mind you, World AIDS Day is the biggest public awareness campaign for HIV/AIDS, and one of its main messages is how crucial being tested is. It seems that Sheen's news gave everyone the push they required. The week Sheen appeared on the show, OraQuick sales soared to record levels and continued to rise for the following 4 weeks. In contrast, World AIDS Day 2014 had a 31% increase in sales, but 2 weeks later, sales were back to normal. Just to put it all in perspective, sales following Sheen's announcement were equivalent to nearly 7 World AIDS Days. Lastly, we look at why effects like these are so important. We're living during the times of influencer marketing. Celebrities and public figures have a huge say in swaying public opinion and interests. Since 1 in 8 HIV-positive individuals are unaware of their condition, others are in danger of catching the virus that causes AIDS. Even though there is no cure, medical interventions can enable patients to live long, healthy lives, often just as long as someone who is HIV-free. It's crucial to encourage people to get checked because of this, but experts are discovering that you don't always need significant media efforts to succeed. It is simple to conceive that a single person like Sheen telling the world about his HIV status might be more engaging and inspiring for people than an anonymous group of people or a speech from public health authorities. And you might have heard about another such effect, the Angelina Jolie effect, when Jolie discovered that she had the BRCA1 gene, which raised her chance of getting ovarian and breast cancer. She revealed in 2013 that she'd undergone a double mastectomy. According to a Canadian study, the number of women who came in for genetic counseling rose by as much as 90% in the year after her story. In the words of Charlie Sheen himself, "I have a responsibility now to better myself and to help a lot of other people." He hoped his public declaration would raise awareness and give others the power to come forward and thank him for shifting public perception. It looks like, despite all the negatives surrounding the matter, that might be happening already. That's a wrap for this video. Do you think celebrities have a responsibility toward public health awareness? Let us know in the comments below. As always, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.